All right, welcome to Refinance Analyzer Part 1. Today, we will create a basic refinance scenario and then I will show you how to read the results. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to create a basic refinance scenario and we're going to use a step-by-step wizard. To start off, enter the Refinance Analyzer, and whenever you enter the Refinance Analyzer, you are presented with the latest scenario you were working on. To start a new scenario, tap on the scenario icon on the top right and create a new scenario. There are two ways to create a scenario. There is a step-by-step wizard and an express. The step-by-step is designed specifically to ask you questions one at a time. It has a lot of helpful explainers and it makes it easy to answer the questions. It's suited for presentations and screen share, so it's great if you like to walk your client through the scenario. Express is specially designed for power users. It has the minimum input and it's the fastest way to create a scenario. So we're going to use the step-by-step wizard. Okay, at the beginning, you will see a little bit of a sneak preview on what the tool can do. You can walk through this just so you get an idea. But to get started, tap on the Get Started button, and you're presented with the first question. I'd like you to meet Bob. Bob is from Vancouver, BC, and he's got a property of $1 million and with a current rate of 3.29. And he wants to know whether it makes sense to refi. So let's simply enter in the values here. $1 million is the property value. You can also use the slider. What's the current mortgage balance? It's 600,000. And you can see that it already shows you the available equity. So this is 80% of $1 million minus your mortgage amount. Later on, you can customize the LTV value to be different than 80%. Let's move forward. So this is the current mortgage rate and it's 3.29. I'm just going to enter it in here. And if you need to customize the options, simply tap on this area here, 5-year fixed, and you can customize it to the actual rate. Okay, let's go next. Who's your current mortgage lender? So let's just pick a lender here. I'm going to pick CIBC. And how much is your current mortgage payments? So we know Bob is paying $3,095.05. And if you need to customize the payment frequency, just simply tap on here and you can change it. Tap on next. When is your mortgage up for renewal? So here we're going to enter in a date, and this is the standard iOS date picker. You just tap on it. If you need to make any changes, click on this area to set the month and the year. So we're going to use March 2025. And to set the date itself, tap on this area again to collapse, and now you can enter in the, let's say March 3rd. I know my slide said March 2nd, but let's do March 3rd. And in order to finish this, there's no done button. So just tap outside. The other way you can actually enter in this is to switch over to months. And if you know the remaining months, you can just simply enter it in here. Tap on next. Please add debts you wish to consolidate. So in this training session, we won't do any debt consolidation. So I will skip this screen. I have no debt. All right, so this is the prepayment penalty area. We know that Bob's prepayment penalty is $20,000. If you don't know this value, you can obviously get it from an online calculator on the lender's website, or you can simply enter in any value here, because later on I will show you how you can calculate the maximum payment penalty that still yields any savings. So let's keep going. Let's tap on next here. What will your new mortgage rate be? So our proposed rate is 1.65. I'm just going to enter it in. And if you need to customize it, just tap on this area. And I'm going to change the compounding to monthly and say done. Let's tap on next. Okay, so this is the equity takeout screen. So in this training session, we won't do equity takeout. So I'm going to leave it as 0. But I want you to look at this number here. It says 180. If you recall, originally we had about $200,000 equity. But because we had the $20,000 penalty, it has been reduced now to 280 because the penalty was rolled in. So let's tap on next here. And here comes the priorities. So there are really 4 priorities here. And what the app will do, depending on which one you choose, will slightly optimize the scenario for you. For instance, if you choose lower my payment, it will extend your amortization to 30 years. If you choose pay off my mortgage sooner, it will take the excess cash flow and apply it as extra payments. So we're going to pick lower my interest and choose a name for the scenario. We're going to use Bob, of course, and pick a nice color for him. Yellow. Tap on finish. And great news. Your refinance will save you interest, about 6,532. That's absolutely amazing. So this is what we would call a walkthrough. This is where you can actually click on next and see and walk through the results of the scenario itself. This only occurs, it only happens after the step-by-step wizard. With the express onboarding, you won't see the walkthrough, but you will see the results, of course. So our payments have been lowered by about $394 per month, which sums up to be $4,728 per year. So let's go next. And there was no change in amortization. That was expected because we wanted to lower our interest and we didn't actually want to extend the amortization. And with that, we tap on finish to see the Refinance Analyzer's summary screen. And now I'm going to walk you through on how to read this result.